Let's play Gone Home, because this game looked fucking weird, to be quite frank. I don't know how long this game is. I don't think... From what I've seen of it, so it's like you're a girl, you're traveling, and then you come home, and you're home before everybody else is home or some shit, so you like look around the house, and there's like some shit that goes on. I don't know. If I could do Gone Home in one playthrough and just show you the highlights, I will do that, because I am too cheap and will not buy Whistleblower. This game was free. To be fair, I did not buy this game. Pretty sure this game's gonna be trash, but I don't know. I think it's got good reviews. Maybe it's got a good like story, because I think that's all it is. Yeah, how sad this would be if like she like goes home, nobody's there, and then like everybody's dead. Okay, yep, gotta bring up sensitivity so I can hit these 360 no scopes. All right, cool. So we made it in the door. This is one of those weird houses. Caitlin Green, can we zoom in at all? Jesus. Grab cup. This is weird. Why the fuck would I be able to grab a cup? Now I'm just holding the cup weird. So if I just do it like this, am I gonna... That's so weird. Why the fuck would I hold a cup like that? Okay, I'm sorry I can't be there to see you, but it's impossible. Please, please, please don't go digging around trying to find out where I am. I don't want anyone, mom and dad, to know. We see each other again someday. Don't be worried. I love you, Sam. Got some lights. Up. Found the house key. It was under the cute duck. Alright, it's a little creepy. Front hall. Buxton kitchen. Bunch of nonsense.
Dear Katie, so much has changed, even just since you've been away. We moved into this house. I'm at a new school. And my big sister being gone for a year doesn't make it any easier. It doesn't feel real. But I'm not gonna let it faze me. I used to tell you everything, and if I can't do it in person, because you're off gallivanting around who knows where, I'll tell it to this journal. Just like I was talking to you.
Katie's departure, 7/6/94. She's been gone for a year. Okay, she went to Amsterdam. Sam, Daniel from the old neighborhood called. He wants us to come to see a new house. Call him back. Mom, Daniel's totally weirdo. The only reason I ever hung out with him in the first place is because he had a Nintendo. Just gonna turn the lights on and everything. I'm not expecting this game. I just got the chills because I heard thunder. I'm a bitch. Hi Mom, Dad, and Sam. I'm in Paris. I have done many Parisian things, including eating a petite déjeuner and wearing a beignet. I'm going to have lots of film to develop when I get back. Sam, I'm bringing you back something from the Shakespeare Book Company since you are my favorite little sister.
Oh my God. You are so lucky you finished high school before we moved into this house. So, it's the first day of school, and there I am, introducing myself to the class. And I say that I just moved into the house on Arbor Hill. All of a sudden, every kid in the room turns and just stares like I suddenly transformed into a mutant. I just stood there, wishing pretty hard for a rewind button. Because now maybe nobody knows my name, but they all know who I am. The Psycho House Girl.
A novel travel thing. Okay, dude, no one cares. Can I get rid of this? Yeah, get on the floor, dude. Oh my God. What is up with these sounds? They're giving me the goosebumps. I'm literally tired of this. Dear Jen, it's so good to hear. Dude, I can't do this. I'm not gonna read all of that. Yeah, why can I grab the highlighters? What good does this do me? What if JFK wasn't JFK? Okay, looks like Dad's a fucking psycho, and he's one of those thinks of conspiracy theories as a... I thought I heard this is literally just a game about like coming home and like discovering your fucking parents or having an orgy or some shit. Dude, I'm not trying to read scribble handwriting. I'm sorry. And there's some ghost shit going on here. They're trying to play it off as if there's not, but there is. There's... Feeling lonely? It's a piece of cake to make friends. Never worry again about having friends spend time with.
You know that feeling where the first moment you see someone, it's like they have a big gold star around them, and you have to get to know them? Well, there's this girl. I think she's a senior. She's usually dressed kind of punk, but sometimes I see her in this, like, army uniform, and she's always drawing in this notebook, looking so intense. I had no idea how I would ever, like, have an excuse to talk to her. Till I noticed she and her friends hang out and play Street Fighter at the 7-Eleven every day after school.
Oh, look, an eraser. What can I do? No one fucking cares.
When you live in one place your whole life, your next door neighbor is kind of like your default friend. And Daniel only got weirder over the years. So moving away has been a good excuse to, like, not see him anymore. But he did always have the good Nintendo games. Maybe I'll give him a call.
The menstrual cycle travels through the fallopian tube. I am produced in the testicles.
I go from the vast deferens of the urethra, the life of a sperm cell.
So you know what they say about the best laid plans of mice and men? Yeah, turns out it applies to Street Fighter too. At least I worked up the courage to walk into the 7-Eleven and ask for a turn, but all that practice at home did not exactly translate in the wild. So after I was finished getting my butt kicked, I followed them outside while they smoked. And that was when she asked me if I was that psycho house girl. But then she said she's always really wanted to see the psycho house. Her name is Lonnie. She's coming over tomorrow.
Are there any achievements for this fucking game? Let me pick up the comb so I can do literally nothing with it. Jeez. Why did they give you this much freedom? It's unneeded, unwanted.
It's weird hanging out with girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls? I don't know. But being around Lonnie is like instantly just right. I gave her the grand Psycho House tour and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was like, I don't know, I finally found someone I feel normal around. I drove her home and she gave me this tape and said, "You have got to listen to this." I haven't stopped playing it since.
Okay, yeah, no, fuck that tape. The fucking music's garbage. Dear Mom and Sam, I am in the Cunnel. This is my second passage through the Cunnel. I'm on my way back from London. Time to go to Brussels, Belgium. Sorry I didn't write you on the way to London, but I was too excited about the channel. London was great, Dad. I know you've always wanted to visit. I think you're really shit.
You'd love it if you all wanted to come back, okay?
Yeah, just that's what we're gonna do with the Bible. Bitch. There you go. Why the fuck is there blood in the tub? Oh, okay. It's hair dye. See, they're trying to make this
Lonnie
game
brought her
creepy.
hair dye over today. She said, "I need to fix these roots. Think you could help?" Dyeing hair is weirdly intimate. I don't know if I've touched someone else's scalp before. That's pretty intimate, right? It felt intimate. We looked in the mirror together after, and I expected her to say something about how it looked crappy or good or whatever. But that's when she said, "You're so beautiful." And she was looking at me. Right in that moment, I wanted to say something, but I waited. And the moment was gone.
And I just read the note that was on the floor talking about how they were supposed to prepare this room for me to get back, but it was not prepared in time. But she said, "You can use my room because I will no longer be needing it." Why would you no longer be needing it? That's a question. Before we enter this room, this looks creepy as fuck. Dark room, do not enter if red lights are on. Well, we're gonna go in the fucking attic here in a minute.
Sometimes you just have to lie to Mom and Dad. Like when Lonnie asked me to see a band with her and stay over at her friend's place in the city after. That's a lie to Mom and Dad's situation. But it was so worth it. The girls on stage were just so loud and real and awesome. And everybody was moving together like one huge tide of sound. Between two songs, Lonnie leaned over and said, "How do you like your first show?" I was so happy. I felt tears starting in my eyes. And then she up and hugged me. I think she could tell.
Okay, so I'm in the sewing room right now. Here is the sewer. We're going to sew some things today, like this story together, because it makes no fucking sense. So it says it's straight ahead. Whoa, what the fuck? Oof. A false... Is it this? Sick. Misfits. Dank.
At Todd's brother's place after the show, there was only a futon to sleep on, so Lonnie and I shared it. The lights went out. I was turned toward her. My eyes started to adjust, and then I could see she was looking at me, too. In the dark, she smiled. My heart was beating so fast. I rolled over. I felt so, I don't know, nervous. After a minute, she put her arm around me and was so close and whispered in my ear, "I really like you." I just nodded my head, and I really hope she could tell. I really hope that she meant what I think she did.
Yep.
I felt like a shook-up can of soda ever since. I hope we have the chance to talk before I explode.
Okay, I'm a little confused of where to go now.
Sam. Sam. Hello. Sam.
Where are you? Really? I need to talk to you. Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so, love you. See you soon. Bye.
Okay, so Sam is our sister, and someone called on the phone for Sam. Can't have a feeling but the fact that something happened to Sam. Gosh, Samantha, I love how that's what she calls it. Oh, and these are stolen items, because they still have the tags on them.
Lonnie came over today. Everything was different. She was sitting at my desk chair, and she wouldn't look at me. Finally, I asked her what was going on. She said she felt like she'd done something wrong that night in the city. Like I must think... But I said no. There was nothing wrong. I just wanted to say... But I couldn't find the words. I felt like I was gonna cry, but I wasn't sad. She got up and sat next to me on the bed. I looked at her. Lonnie, do you think you could ever... And that's when she kissed me.
Oh, our sister's gay and I'm finding Bibles in every fucking room. This is not good. I wonder she's fucking missing.
It's different now. I mean, we still hang out all the time like before. But now when no one else is around... Well, you know. So you could say we're dating. But it's secret. Secret dating? I don't know. I mean, I guess that's the real difference. Now when we get off the phone or go home for the night, or it's just quiet and we're alone, we say I love you.
This is turning into a sweet story. Bet money it's got a sad ending though. It's kind of seeming the way we're going, especially with the sad messages.
I'm so stupid sometimes. I was telling Lonnie that I got into my college summer program thing, and I was all making plans like, you should come visit me, stay in my dorm room. But she said, Sam, I ship out on June 6th. I was like, ship out? To where? She said, to basic training. What did you think I was doing all that ROTC stuff for? I guess she's been planning to join the army right after high school since she was like 12. And I guess she's really going to do it. So I was like, after graduation, I'm just never going to see you again? She said, let's just have fun while we can.
You know, I think this opens up the conversation for how sad things can really get after high school. I'm lucky enough to have continued to be friends with the people in high school, and I've heard a lot of people end up kind of separating from these groups. And so I've heard of a lot of people that just say, you know, like, oh, high school people, like, I don't hang out with those kids anymore, and you know, it is what it is, you know. It's kind of sad. It's the sad truth of growing up. My uncle used to tell me when I was growing up, he said there's two ways people grow apart, and it's in either a life sort of happens kind of way, which is just like you both become busy, or like you have an opportunity in, like, say you lived in California, you have an opportunity in New York for a really good job, and so you have to move to New York. So that's kind of like life sort of happens type of way. And then the other way is you have different interests. You know, you create, you become this person that just ends up having different interests than the other, and you just eventually find out that you guys just don't share the same interests anymore. You know, as you grow up and you find out who you want to be. You know, I don't want to say anything, but this looks like ashes, like for a dead body. So I'm just gonna. It's kind of sad if this is how the story's gonna end, but I'm curious to what's going to happen. Hey Sam, I'm writing to you, Mullen Falls. I'm here on the stupid class trip, which is stupid because it's March and I don't know if anybody who's running the school has been to Oregon, but it's cold and rainy and shit in March. Wish you were here. Good to hear you because I'm writing this. You can gift shop or shit. Have you... I don't know.
They tell you to stick with the group on field trips, Katie. There's a reason for that. Lonnie and I snuck off on the side paths at Multnomah Falls and got a little lost. Okay, a lot lost. Like, for hours. Right before the bus left, we found a trail and came running down the path, soaked and covered in mud, shouting for the bus not to leave. The school called home. Mom and Dad said, "You didn't get into trouble like this before you met that Lonnie girl." But I don't think they know about us. The kids at school, though, I'm really afraid that's a whole other story. Stick with the group, Katie. Stick with the group. Todd's band lost their singer. Todd said he sucked. Lonnie said he got sick of Todd's shit, and he was complaining about needing a new singer. So Lonnie was like, "I can sing." And they were all kind of like, "You can?" And she was like, "Probably." But she's been rehearsing with them for like a week now. And I finally got to see them play in Todd's basement today. And she's actually really amazing. I feel so proud when she's on stage. It's incredible being in awe of someone you love. So everybody knows it's like a temporary situation till she ships out in June. But till then, I'm gonna be at every single show.
You know, I could play it in there. I just don't want to. I know it's garbage. So, how big is this fucking house?
I don't get Lonnie sometimes. Like, her band, and our zine, and her hair, and everything are all anti-authority. But I watch her in JROTC, and she's doing drills in perfect formation, following orders, no question. And there's all this stuff in the news about don't ask, don't tell. Like, she's going to join the army and then have to lie about who she is. She said they don't need to know what they don't need to know. Like it was no big deal. This from the girl who trashed her locker to, like, defend my honor. I've learned when to stop arguing, though. I don't think Lonnie even gets Lonnie sometimes.
Why are there this many doors? You ever been in a house like this? I haven't. Alright, dude, I cannot do this. Garbage. Fucking trash. No offense, Lonnie, your band sucks dick. I mean, you don't suck dick, because you're gay.
Katie, you know how Mom and Dad are. Not exactly super open-minded about things. It feels like every minute I don't spend with Lonnie, I spend worrying about them finding out about us. And what would happen if they did? You know Dad's joke about the nunnery that he'd tell whenever he brought boys around the old house? I wonder where he'd want to send me.
Why is this house so big?
I had an interesting talk with Mom and Dad tonight. One you were never gonna need to have. I mean, you've known, right? I've known. I've known since, like, She-Ra. Mom and Dad didn't, I guess. But they saw the zine and the stuff on the locker, and they were like, is there something we should know about you and Lonnie? And so here's the thing. I was prepared for them to be mad, or disappointed, or start crying, or something. But they were just in denial. You're too young to know what you want. You and Lonnie are just good friends. You just haven't met the right boy. It's a phase. That's what I didn't see coming. That they wouldn't even respect me enough to believe me. Well, joke's on them, because they're in for one very long phase.
Huh. Damn, this house is fucking huge. Pretty sure we know what I'm about to do with this tape. Garbage. Working at Crown Burger. Crown Burger is a real place in Utah. I'm not kidding. What is the point of this? Is there a metaphor? There was a red cup in there because my sister's the only gay one? Like, I am not understanding why there's so much freedom in this fucking game. It makes absolutely no sense. What a waste of fucking... Look at all this shit you can grab. That's why there's so many pizza boxes. Our parents went on an anniversary vacation. I'm guessing this is hers.
I asked Lonnie what she had to do to get ready to ship out for basic training. She said, not a lot, really. You're not allowed to bring anything with you. You have no possessions, no contact with the outside world while you're in basic. You just train hard every day, and then you deploy from there. So, they'll just send her away. To who knows where. The other side of the country. Lonnie had her going away show with her band tonight. She's so incredible on stage. When she was singing, I could practically forget everything. That we only had 48 hours left. That I don't know what comes next. That I can't live without her. Then she dedicated the last song to me. And I couldn't take it. I was out on the curb in the alley, sobbing till my ribs hurt. I would follow her anywhere, Katie. But I can't. Where she's going. After a long time, she found me. She said she was sorry. She said, I wish things could be different. I just wanted to make you happy. I said, I don't think you can anymore.
Shit, I don't think... I should know how to explain better. The army is a thing I grew up with. Part of me, my dad's friends are like family. I've always known them when I was where I'd end up. I'd never thought of any other way. I wish things could be different. Maybe someday when I'm settled at a base and you're done with college and you're a famous writer and I can rebuild a tank engine with my eyes closed, things will be different and we can be together. Until then, loving the story. I mean, the game, the way that it's set up, I guess it makes sense. The fact that you can literally touch and fuck with anything in this game just opens up the idea that you really have to kind of, like, you have to find things. It's not just like very simple, you know? You can't literally just pick up the things that actually mean something. Otherwise you'd get through the game pretty fast. And that's why there's so much shit you can fucking read too, because it's trying to build a perspective and like story of the family. So I think if I literally sat down and read everything, final preparations are complete.
We agreed our last night together would be our happiest ever, and we'd forget tomorrow was going to come at all. It worked for a while. We had a good time seeing Oscar off. then ran up to the attic to look through our photos, to find one for Lonnie to take with her. And looking at them, I realized they were all in the past, and there wouldn't be any more. And I didn't know what I was going to do. And I cried, and she held me. She said she knew it was hard, but life would move on. I said I didn't want my life to keep moving without her. That's when she cried too. I was so exhausted. I must have fallen asleep like that, in her arms. In the morning, I woke up, and I was finally alone. The sunset light in this house is the saddest thing I've ever seen. I just want to sleep. When I'm in the attic, it almost feels like Lonnie could still be here. She's just downstairs. I'm just waiting to hear her pull down the hatch and come running up. Maybe I'll go up to the attic and wait.
I have this slight feeling that she killed herself because she's saying like life is like really hard. Fuck, man, this is fucked. I think this is it. I think the attic is the last part of the game. I've teared up a couple times, to be honest, just because the story is good and it's simple. You know, it's a simple story. There's nothing complex about this story at all whatsoever. It's just the fact that it's two girls that can't be together. And it's just sad. You know, it's just something that's just not very happy.
Oh my God. Katie, I fell asleep in the attic, in Lonnie and my old spot, and I missed the first two calls. I just barely caught the third one before the machine got it. And it was Lonnie, on a payphone. She'd been on the bus to Basic, and she said she couldn't think of anything but me and us, and that she couldn't go through with it, with the army and being apart and all of it. And so she got off the bus in Salem. She said, "Sam, I want you to pack up everything you can and get in your car and come find me. And let's just drive until we find somewhere for us." And she asked me if I could do that. And I said yes. Yes.
Kind of liking where the story ends. I think this is it right here.
Katie, I'm so sorry that I can't be there to see you in person, that I can't tell you all this myself. But I hope as you read this journal and you think back, that you'll understand why I had to do what I did. And that you won't be sad, and you won't hate me, and you'll just know that I am where I need to be. I love you so much, Katie. I'll see you again, someday. Love, Sam.
Alright, that was it. Story was adorable. I don't think it really makes up for the fact that the game's pretty garbage. The game itself, they let you do so much shit. The story was really good in my opinion. It's a simple ass story. So Gone Home is, again, it's just not, the game is obviously for the story, so the story is good. The game mechanics, the fact that you can grab everything, it just makes the game a lot less fun because you're literally picking up everything and looking at everything. There are obviously more entries I did not get. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the small amount of gameplay that you saw. There was more stories that she probably would have told that I just didn't get to. There's probably better gameplays of this game, and to be honest, I would hardly call this like a review of this game. If you're gonna play it, I mean, if you saw this, I don't think there's much point in playing. I think that's what most playthroughs are. I mean, if you want to play this game and you really want to find everything that there is about Sam and Lonnie's relationship, then that's whatever. Do that. I don't think I'm gonna play it again. I spent about 2 hours on this game, a little bit under that, and a lot of it was me just literally going through nonsense, which I'm going to cut out of this. I like the story. You know, I think there's more to it that I hope you guys just enjoyed the playthrough. Hope you enjoyed the story. Let me know if you liked this game at all. I enjoyed the story. There's parts where I teared up, and I think it's just kind of connecting with that, the sadness that is that there are relationships like this. It's kind of sad that she left, but you know, it is what it is. So I hope you guys are having a great day, night, morning, afternoon, whatever. So yeah, this is Flashy out, guys. Peace.
She said she knew it was hard, but life would move on. I said I didn't want my life to keep moving without her. That's when she cried too. I was so exhausted. I must have fallen asleep like that, in her arms.